Check, 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 check.
Chicken.
Meanwhile, back in Amsterdam, here the Tibetan Freedom Concert. Joining us now is Thom York. Welcome to the studio.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, you played the Tibetan Freedom Concert before, right?
Yeah, we're regulars.
Why is that?
It's got caught up in it really. It's something we believe in. You know, it's important.
Yeah, but how did you get caught up in it?
I got asked. It's quite easy really, and I'd kind of been reading about it before anyway, so it sort of happened all roughly at the same time, which was a bit odd.
You read a book by Gordon Gyatso, right?
Yeah, there was another one as well, which was A.F. Thurman, his translation of Tibetan Book of the Dead, which is very full on, very difficult to read.
Do you have any easy options for me?
Easy options? Oh, definitely Gordon Gyatso's looks a lot better. Yeah, I think yeah. Yeah, no, the Tibetan Book of the Dead is very serious book. Lots of devils and that. It's scary, very scary.
Hey, you're appearing solo here, right?
No, Johnny's here actually. I was too chicken to do it on my own.
So you're not appearing just by yourself?
No. He's going to do a barefoot routine apparently.
Hey, it's getting really big now, the Tibetan Freedom Concerts. Last time I saw you was in New York 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And now there are four concerts at the same time.
Yeah.
It's really growing. Did you expect that when you went up on stage in New York?
Well, the first one, I was totally caught up in the first one. The atmosphere was really, really cool in New York. And then in Washington it was very weird. I mean, because like the first day there was a sense of something funny in the air, and then the sky went green, and then there was lightning and that. And that was a most peculiar weekend.
Yeah, because really a girl got hit by lightning, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Was it during your show?
No.
But you witnessed it. You saw it.
No. I saw the green lightning, and everyone was sort of saying the monks were freaking out, for want of a better way of putting it. Not freaking out, but it was extremely weird atmosphere.
So what do you think of Amsterdam now? You've been wandering around a little?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I did the usual thing, you know.
You didn't get a chance to appear into the crowd?
To appear to the crowd?
To peer into the crowd?
Peer into the crowd, oh yeah, I peered into the crowd.
What do you think of it?
Well, of the crowd?
Yeah, of the total atmosphere now here.
It's alright actually. It's better than I thought it would be. I was really worried. About it being Europe and that.
Yeah.
And us being a bunch of cynical old
darts. It's good you mentioned that, because I was wondering about how big this will be in Europe, because just because the fact you mentioned that Europeans are maybe a bit more cynical, or we're too caught up in Kosovo and stuff. But it's
but then there are extraordinarily similar issues in
exactly,
a way.
Exactly.
I mean that's what strikes me as a bit bizarre about it, in a way. That our response in international affairs, the West sees itself as this, behind the guise of NATO, sees itself as the new international police force, but let's just say its views are highly selective, and whenever anything is inconvenient to issues of trade, then it's left alone.
So they solved, quote unquote, the problem in Kosovo by throwing lots of bombs. Do you think? Oh, fuck. Dropping something on the floor.
Nice surgical, you know, a little bit of a cut, you know, pinhole surgery, keyhole surgery, whatever it is.
Yeah. So what do you think of the situation in Tibet? How would that problem be solved best?
You have to, you know, as the Dalai Lama said, you know, you have to get into talks and just sort of put all the issues, all the resentment behind you, you know. I mean, that's what's so cool about what the Tibetans have done, you know. The non-violence issue is the massive difference between that and Kosovo, say, you know, where because of what the KLA did in Kosovo. You know, the Serbians had an ammunition for justifying their, you know, in the propaganda war, whereas the bottom line is that Tibet doesn't provide any ammunition for anybody to sort of, you know, to build up horror stories about them. You know, because they practice non-violence. You know, the Chinese are seen for what they are, and seen that their actions are seen for what they are. You know, it should be a real inspiration, I think.
Have you ever been near Tibet or traveled near northern India?
No, I haven't. Well, I'm a really bad traveller.
You won't go there?
Well, no, I just travel for work, so holidays are going home for me.
Okay. Have you ever had a chance to meet people from Tibet or the Dalai Lama, for that sake?
No.
What does he mean to you?
What is Dalai Lama? I just think he's really cool. I mean, I heard him on, sorry, you know, it sounds vacuous, but I heard him on, he was on Radio 4 3 weeks ago in Britain, and he was great. Turned it on one morning, and I was feeling a bit down and that, and he was really good. He's just, I love the way he laughs as well. It's really funny. But I think equally, you know, I think if he hadn't been the character he was, and if he hadn't been conscious of the public persona and conscious of embracing what's going on with the West and that, you know, Tibet would have just simply disappeared without a trace. You know.
Is Tibet actually an issue in Great Britain?
Well, it bloody well should be. Because, you know, Britain was responsible for walking away in 1949, you know. But we have an incredibly selective memory, Britain does. Much as America.
Actually.